Hello everyone, and welcome back to WolfQuest, where we are here with our Lakeshore Pack, our Ultra Iron Wolf wolves here, and Maple and her puppies and her mate. And you can see these guys have names now, so between this episode and the last one, I went through and picked some names from the comments. You guys submitted quite a lot. Again, as always, I appreciate everyone's names, and thank you guys all for submitting them. Thought I maybe saw something in the distance there, but I think we're okay. As always, we have a limited number of pups, so unfortunately I can't use everyone's. However, we do have Birch, Lion, Cedar, Soren, Acorn, and Willow. A lot of you guys suggested that we include some tree names in our pack, kind of in honor of Branch. That would be Maple's first mate. Hope is actually her second, who at this very den ended up heroically falling in battle as he defended the pups and a very injured Maple from a grizzly bear. And so we've kind of honored his legacy with some tree-themed names. Also, some of you guys thought that Lion might be a good name for this little one because she did face off with a mountain lion and managed to survive both that and her illness. Now, it does look like the pups are pretty tired, and I do want to make sure that Acorn actually gets the chance to rest up and heal a bit, so I think I am going to send these guys into the den. Speaking of mountain lions, all right, hold on. Where is this? I don't see it. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. Get out. Get out. Leave. Be gone. No, you don't. No, you don't. This is the disadvantage of wooded dens, but honestly, all things considered, I think I would rather deal with the cougars than anything else, pretty much. Oop. Provided that we do not get just oh my goodness, the darn slope. The darn slope almost got me there, but yeah, we're good, we're good. Provided that we don't get attacked too seriously by them. But I would rather deal with mountain lions and bears, and honestly, at this point, eagles too. But with that out of the way, we've got some territory that needs marking. We also have got some food that needs eating, so we're going to actually take Hope with us this time, in part because I want his help, and in part because I want the pups to stay in the den and not be out wandering around, just due to the fact that Acorn is still very low on health. She's still down to 20%, and so if something were to happen while we were gone, she would have a much harder time weathering it. But we'll give these guys the chance to go and clean up at least some of the territory, and be back in just a little bit. Okay, we just got a lot of the territory marked. There's still some on this side that's decaying, but for now we need to get some food and get back to the pups because the affinity has already gone down quite a lot. But there are some things that I want to talk about here because if you have been keeping up with the WolfQuest devlogs and what's coming, you'll know we've got some exciting news on the way. There's actually a new WolfQuest update that's coming out that introduces injuries as well as some new customizations and new coats. And I kind of want to clarify what's going to be happening with that, at least in terms of our series and what I'm hoping. So hopefully, if all goes according to plan and I'm able to actually nail the timing and the release isn't too far out, which we don't actually know for sure when it's going to be, but we'll see. It depends on a lot of things, so this is my tentative idea. Oh, we don't have much food left here. We should probably get that hair too. But ideally, we will be finishing off with Maple's litter here, the one that we're currently in, before that update comes out. I'm going to do my best to make that happen and to at the least get it recorded before then. And then once that update comes out, her next litter, we hope, will be in the new update. So we'll be playing with injuries. So right as Maple's starting to get a little bit older, she's what, 5 years old now, I believe? If we check in a second here. Yes, she currently is, right? Yeah, there she is. Age 5 Ironwolf. So for her age 6 litter, just a couple off of Elderwolf, if she makes it that far, we will be hopefully getting to play with the injury system. So depending on what the release timetable looks like, when exactly that comes out, I may possibly delay her 4th litter just a little bit. We will see. I'm hoping that it'll line up nicely, but that doesn't always happen, and we don't actually know for sure when the update's coming out. So we'll see. I will also be covering that with the Wayfinders pack. We'll be seeing a member of that pack make a return to take a look at some of it. And we'll also be hopefully finishing off Tempest's at least first litter here before we get to that point. First of maybe more than one if you guys want to see more. So there's a lot happening, but there's also been a lot happening in my life as well. If you follow me on Twitch, you'll know that we're currently on hiatus on my Twitch because I'm actually, Lord willing, going to be moving IRL in the near future here. And I'm hoping I'll be able to pull that off as smoothly as I possibly can. I'm hoping that will mean there will be few interruptions, but I can't necessarily promise that. I'm moving cross country, and I did also mention this in the community tab on the channel here, so if you're ever wondering what's up with me, what's going on, you can go to my channel page. There should be a community tab, and you'll be able to see if I've made any posts recently about what's happening for me. So if you're ever wondering what's going on, why aren't there videos, I do try to update when that happens, or just to see what's coming and get a glimpse of some of the polls that you can potentially vote on. You can do that there. The other big thing is that I'm working to try and kind of, maybe unify isn't quite the right word, but I'm kind of trying to standardize and bring together my different support methods because, as I've mentioned before, I have a Patreon, I also have YouTube channel memberships open, and I also have, of course, subscribers on Twitch who watch my streams, and I'm kind of trying to bring all of that together. So there is now a supporter Discord for anyone who supports me on any of those platforms. You do have to be over 13 to be on Discord, however, that's something that has happened here in recent weeks. We do have that up and running, and it is available to supporters on all 3 platforms now, at least it should be. And so if you do support the channel, you should be able to jump in there, connect with other supporters. I hang out in there sometimes, and there's also behind the scenes content that is shared through that Discord and on Patreon. So yeah, if you want any of those things and you want to help support the channel, then that's definitely something you might want to check out. But again, you do have to be over 13 to be on Discord. That's Discord's rules. We're not going to break those, and it's just safer. It is just safer that way. So that's some things that have been going on in real life for me. So I don't know if Maple's story probably won't be done by then unless something happens and things get a little bit dramatic. But if Maple's story is still running, hopefully we will see that continue on even as I'm moving. I'm going to try to not have to take a break too long, but there will be a few weeks there when I'm not going to be able to have my recording set up. I'm hoping everything will be all sorted out by July, but May and June are going to be a little bit chaotic for me here, so we'll see how it all goes. We'll see when streams come back, and we'll see when I'm officially set up and able to record properly once I'm there. That said, we're pretty tired here in game, and so I think we're going to let these guys get some sleep. The flea load is up to 50%. We usually do move once before we go. Oh, and Acorn is still at 32% health there, so we probably want to make sure, well, hopefully when we sleep she'll regain some, but we may try and actually move to the den right over there in the morning because the flea load is going to be a pain in the butt. It often gets to be, and so we don't want to be dealing with that. Oh, those are wolves. There's stranger wolves hanging out. Did we? Oh, great. The entire side of our territory. Okay. Willow, hun, you really can't be hanging out over there. There's wolves on the way. Lion, that goes for you too. You guys need to be in the den. You guys need to be in the den. Guys, now. Now, please. Now, please. I saw them lurking over there. Nothing coming on this direction, I don't think. But I did see them circling. Yep, we've got wolves coming in, so there's at least 2. We're going to try to intimidate them. Wolves are usually pretty skittish when they're on your turf. They're much less skittish when you are on theirs. Yeah, get out of here, Junction Butte, I guess. Wow, I'm surprised because Prospect Peak is kind of cutting them off, but I suppose this side of the territory is fading. Come on. Get out, y'all. But we should be good. We should be safe again. Now, I'm kind of trying to think on how I want to do this because we also probably need to do a hunt today. Unfortunately, we don't have the calves and fawns just yet. Probably soon. But, well, we might be able to hunt some beavers too, and I'm kind of contemplating. Usually, we end up going to the den that's just right here in the same hex, but there actually is. Did we not ever find it, or is it that one that's up there? Because we had this direction for our rendezvous site, and it puts us right by some nice beaver trails. But the pups are already up to almost 13 pounds for everyone. One is over. I think it's who's over? It's actually Acorn. Oh, Acorn is... I didn't realize Acorn was our biggest pup. But there is another den that's like right... not over here. I swear we just didn't find it. Is it's... oh, there are elk here. Okay, you know, maybe, honestly, because this is the den that we didn't find. This is the one that we go to. But because the pups are already so far grown, I'm kind of thinking it might be wise to just pop over to this den first and just hang out here for a little bit, because usually we just head straight down to the rendezvous site. Now, there's also elk here, so I think we're actually going to try and do an elk hunt. I will actually call Hope over to us, and we'll try and do this, and then maybe if we have time, we'll go try to reinforce the territory, because some of it's getting pretty low, and of course we did just get jumped by strange wolves, and we're doing a scratch here. So I think that's going to be the plan for today. I think that's the best thing we're going to be able to do right now. Just so happens this herd is very nicely placed, and so I think we're going to take advantage of that and try to get the pups moved over here today. Alright, Hope has caught up to us, and we have caught up to the elk herd. Let's see if we can chase these guys. Fortunately, I think they are already on the run. Are you slow? What are you guys? Oh, you are. Hope has found one immediately. That worked out. Okay, so we do have to be mindful, because these guys can turn fairly quickly. But as long as we're able to get a good bite, so we want to dodge. Oop, that was not quite what I was hoping for. Oh, no. Oh, that was not great. That was exactly what I was trying to avoid. Okay, we did get a bite, though. All right. Oh, no. Oh, we're taking damage. We are taking damage. This is not the best terrain to be on. It's kind of hilly. Oh, goodness. Oh, I'm on auto run. That's why I'm doing this. I was like, what in the world? The darn auto run. No, not again. Oh, thank you, Hope. Oh my goodness, I'm getting rusty. No, again, are you kidding me? Okay, all right. Yeah, you go down and you stay down. Yeah, we need to let her stamina regen a little because Maple's is not very high. Oh, thank goodness. Thank you, Hope. That was a lot more damage than I would have liked. This is very much why I'm preferring the beavers, and certainly why I prefer the calves and the fawns, but a little scuffed is better than none at all, and that's not an insurmountable amount of damage. I think we're okay. We just need to make sure we get the food up, and this is very, very close to the den, so I'm not overly worried about it. Let's go back, and we will gather the pups, and then we're going to actually just skip our other den. As much as Maple likes her routine, I think this is going to be a little bit better and an easier journey for us to make. Okay, we are back. Here are the pups. No one is sick at the moment, so that'll make the traveling a little easier. I'm pretty sure sick pups tend to walk a lot slower. So let's give these guys some food while we're here. I don't know if Hope managed to finish eating, but it's fine. We'll be able to pop right over there afterwards anyway. And as soon as these guys have had their food, we are just gonna head out and see if we can hustle on over there today. Let's make sure that they all get to eat. Oh, there's still some food on the ground. And let's make sure that we also get some water too. It's wise to keep that up. It also keeps your stamina up, which is always nice with a wolf like Maple. Oh, there we go. I did not know if she was actually drinking or not. It is kind of a strange angle to drink from. You end up half immersing yourself in the lake most of the time. But I think these guys are fairly well fed. As soon as Birch finishes eating, are you the one who's mostly down on it? No, Cedar's still down on food. All right. Did you... Hope has not fed Cedar. Let's make sure that we feed you. Oh, Cedar's gone over to eat over there. Okay, never mind then. It's fine. It's fine. It'll all work out in the end. But we will leave our den in just a second here and set out on our first journey. All right, here we go. So I think usually it's best to walk it. Oh, it looks like we've got some clouds moving in. Yeah, it's a little bit better to walk here than it is to try and run. The pups keep up just a bit better. Hope is trailing, but the pups are all running alongside us here. Everything's going fairly well, and we should just be able to zip right around the corner, up a little hill, and over to the den, so hopefully it won't be that far of a trek. Oh, there's dispersal wolves nearby. That was a pretty close howl. But I don't think they bother your pups. I mean, it'd be pretty foolhardy for a dispersal to try. You're just gonna risk getting attacked by the parents. So I think we're all right, and the den is inside up above. What do we usually call this? Is it last stop? I don't know. These dens are gonna have slightly different names every single time, and I apologize to whoever that frustrates. My memory isn't good enough to assign them each a permanent name, so it's whatever I feel like in the moment. And I think we'll call this the final stop den, because that's hopefully what it's gonna be. It means that we're gonna be chilling out here for a bit. At least hopefully so. But we'll go ahead and claim this den. Is everybody... I'm not keeping track. Okay, yeah, everybody's here. We got all 6. It's an open den, so we will have to put up with eagles for a little bit, but hopefully not very, very long. And we should be able to call it the final stop. And there we go. Now, let's spend a little time raising the affinity before we move these guys in the den. Oh, we found a new den. Our affinity threshold is now very, very nicely low. And now that we're done with that, we actually need to mark some more territory. Our day is not done yet, I'm afraid. Lion! Goodness, living up to your name, the bold little thing. All right, come here. No, you can't just go jumping off the top of the den. What you doing? That's not a good thing for pups. That's dangerous. Oh, my word. All right, well, we've got our affinity up all the way, so let's send these guys in the den. And our acorn, come on, hun. There we go. They're working on it. They're working it out how to get there. Okay, good job, y'all. Let's make sure. I think Hope should come with us. He's not going to, so let's whine for him to follow us. And we're just gonna take another quick sweep through the territory. All right, here we go. So some of you guys have asked me about this. You can see our scent post is over there. You can move these. We pee twice right here. We're still within this hex. You can see the scent post still over there. And there it goes, and now it's here. So a lot of you guys have pointed out that yes, you can do that, and it is something that I'm aware of, and I thought I would clear up a little bit. Actually, that's maybe not the best place to put it. We might move it again. Or maybe not. No, that's probably an alright place to put it. I think I had it on the other side because it was more the optimized route. The reason that I don't always move the scent posts whenever I go around is I feel like it sort of defeats the purpose of the mechanic, I guess. It's one of those things where, yes, you can do it, but I feel better not doing it for story purposes, because you think about what a scent post is. It's meant to be like, this is a place where the wolves keep marking, so their scent is particularly strong there. It's one concerted effort to mark a particular area, and if you move it every time, that kind of seems to go against the intent of it. So it's one of those things that, yeah, technically you can do it mechanically. There's no issue with it as long as you wait the 4 hours or whatever, but I personally don't often do it unless I actually feel like my scent post is in a really inconvenient area. I more try to make certain routes that I go to and try to use those routes and kind of optimize the path from one hex to another so that the scent posts aren't super far. So I will move them sometimes if they're super out of the way, but a lot of the time, like, I try to avoid doing it unless I feel like I've got a good reason to. And that's just, again, that's kind of a story lore perspective. How are you doing on food, Hope? Okay, you're not as full on food as we are. You can have that if you would like it. We'll see. He's rolling at the moment. I don't know if he'll want to eat it. He may not want to. Okay, well, oh. There you go. I thought he wasn't going to take it for a minute there. But yeah, so that's kind of why I don't do that. I get asked about stuff like that from time to time, and it's part of just like the play style I use, being a little bit between a lore-based playthrough and one that does try to use some of the mechanics, and especially with Ultra Ironwolf, we do have to kind of take advantage of certain mechanics sometimes, but I try not to abuse them too frequently. But with that said, I think we are actually going to go ahead and wrap this episode up here for today, because it's getting to be about that time again, and these guys are pretty tired and are going to need to take a rest. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.